Good afternoon. It's the Sarasota Technology User Group, or STUGS. Let's Talk AI. We do this once a month, the fourth Friday of every month. We've got a good group today, and I've got several things that I've got uh, on there, but you're the leader of the program. Wherever it leads us is a discussion group, not Huey trains everybody or talks to everybody. But I've got a lot of things to touch on if you don't have things. Let's get started. All right, just some things. Walter Wood came up with an article here, and let me go ahead and copy it. And then and says the AI that called its human. And it's an interesting article. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but what I am going to do is I'm going to show you something that I normally keep, and it's called the Universal Summarizer. So I can take that same file and just put it in here, and it's from KAGI. I tell it to summarize, and within a couple of seconds, it gives me the summary. The article discusses OpenClaw, a new AI agent capable of independent problem solving and acquiring new skills. Unlike previous chatbots, OpenClaw has persistent memory and can operate autonomously, even reaching out to its human user for assistance by acquiring capabilities like voice calling. The platform allows users to select their preferred LLM and connect various services. So it's using your own system rather than doing something online, is my understanding. It originally was called, let's see, it was called, it wasn't called,
Claudebot,
it was called
Claudebot.
Claudebot, but Claude, it was Claw, CLAW, but Claude said it was too close to their name, so they changed it to Moltbook and then eventually settled on OpenClaw. Uh, and there's a lot of discussion about OpenClaw for the fact that it is using a lot of data that it finds on your computer and not knowing whether that information is going to be put out in the rest of the world or not. People are very hesitant because it's using the data from your computer uh, instead of include plus the LLMs, but it can be very invasive on your information. So there's a lot of hesitation of people using it. But it's the AI is being done on your computer and not in the cloud. Any comments?
Yeah, Huey. I'm new here, so I'm not entirely certain what the protocols are. All are. I stuck my hand up. I've been using OpenClaw since it was called Claudebot for
Okay.
about a month now, and a lot of the stuff that you read in the press is just clickbait. Um, if you approach this with a little bit of care and a little bit of attention to detail, you don't have to worry about all of that kind of stuff. The only thing that runs on your machine is what's called the gateway. And you hook it up to any of the artificial intelligence engines that you want to hook it up to. I've got it hooked up to OpenAI, to Gemini, and Anthropic. Um, and I've got it generating my daily calendar for me. So it's running in an always on machine. And I've given it instructions for how to get to my calendar and things like that. I did not give it access, did not give it write access to my calendar. And that's one of the flaws that a lot of people get into, where they give it access to things, but they don't have it locked down as tightly as it could be. But every day I get a good news summary. I get a market analysis and a market summary, and I get my calendar emailed to me every morning. And actually, I get a market snapshot 3 times a day, in the morning and at noon and at the end of the day. It's not something that I would encourage many people to get into, because you have to install it by going into the command line. It does not work well on Windows. It works well on a Mac and it works well in Linux. And so I've got it running in my Linux subsystem that I run under WSL2 on my Windows machine. And as far as I'm concerned, it's as big a watershed moment as AI was when it came out in November a few years ago. The creator of it, Peter Steinberger, created it back in November. He started working on it back in November, not that long ago. And he was just recently hired by OpenAI to run a lot of their stuff. Um, they have committed that OpenClaw will remain open source as a foundation, and they have been pumping out updates like crazy. There was an update on the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. The current version was published on the 26th today, as a matter of fact. But he's Austrian, and so they're working on the European time zone. Although he is going to relocate to the United States. That may be more than a lot of people wanted to know, but I wanted to share what I knew. So there you go,
I
Hugh.
appreciate that. That's great. Has anyone else tried it? And any comments or okay, yeah, that's what I was. I didn't think a lot of us would. I am not going to. It's just I don't have a use for it. I don't have enough things that I need to update myself automatically and so on. But thanks, Tony. That was a good uh, summary of some of the uses and the fact that it's been scary for what the news articles, but that's what the way they always are anyway.
Yes, supposedly the head of alignment at Meta, an alignment being security and safety of AI. Supposedly the head of alignment at Meta gave it all sorts of access to their email, and it ended up deleting a bunch of the email. Now, if that's true, that person should never have been in charge of alignment at Meta because that was stupid. I have no other way to put it but to say it was a stupid move on that person's fault. So, if you read about that, read it carefully and do some looking to see if you think that might be AI generated fake news.
Okay, appreciate that. All right, let's go back and let me share my screen again. And let's see, where was I here? It was this thing. And let's see, we're working from this article somewhere's here. Is this it? Yeah, Cliff's still trying to get in, so I'm not going to cover what he mentioned. But Steve had talked about a couple of things, and one of them was this PDF. And let's go ahead and open it. And it was an article from Chris Taylor, who was giving not this presentation, but a different presentation to Stug on Wednesday. But he's a very good presenter. This is the PDF of it. And the other link that I have here, and I'll put both of them in the chat, but let me go back to that again. It's here. And so let me go ahead and copy this, put it in the chat. And thanks, Steve, and thanks, who was the other, Walter, for sending me some information. And then I'd like to talk about Cliff's suggestion, but I am going to wait until hopefully he'll get on. Uh, but The other uh, the other link is for the video of his presentation. It's about an hour and a half long, but you've got the entire uh, uh, article presentation of from PowerPoint as well as the video with those two links. So thanks, Steve, for doing that. And let's see what else I've got here. And I got so many things open here, I can't get to them here.
Huey,
Yes.
Chris changes his presentation about AI every time he gets it. He gave it at the Wednesday workshop, and we messed up with the recording. Bill James had power outage, his first for living in Midwest City in Oklahoma, and he gave it at a group 2 days later, and it was completely different.
Hmm.
So he says it's changing so fast that he tries to keep his presentation up to date.
Plus, he also
That's
does it at the Ottawa libraries as well in person and changes it each time then too.
okay. Let me go ahead and open this up. I'm trying to do a list of the AIs that I've been watching for the last month, and I did it. I had AI do it, and it took everything and made a really nice spreadsheet, except none of these links work. So I still haven't figured out how to do that. So if I click on, let's see, it doesn't show the right link. It actually goes to Google. So it's showing me how it got that information. Uh, so I was disappointed, so I didn't post it. But if anyone, let's see, I think I may have put it up somewheres. Uh, let's see. What did I do with that article? Well, let me move this over here so you can see, and so I can see.
Do you have the one that you told us about last month about describing your videos?
Hang on a second, Judy. Somebody's talking here, and I need to mute them. Uh, okay, I guess they stopped. All right, go ahead, Judy. I'm sorry.
Do you have that one listed that you talked about where it will instantly put a description together of the video that you have uploaded to YouTube?
I'm not sure which one that was.
I believe it starts with a K. I haven't used it in a while, but it is absolutely fantastic. I went back to all of the 2025 videos for APCUG Wednesday workshops that I had uploaded, changed it to the description that they came up with of the video, and it was so much better than the description that I added that the person who presented sent to me that can be so stilted and whatever. And I did all of 2025 and all of 2024. I got carried away one day. It didn't take me long at all, but I had more fun because all of the overview of the video was right there that let you know, well, gee, this is something I'd like to watch versus having, whatever the presenter sent to me that I put up there in the description. So if nothing else, I just had more fun with that. Like I didn't
Good.
have anything else to do.
Uh, I've got an article here that I did some searching, compile a list of time-saving AI techniques. So I'm going to go through these and use them and do something with this that I put together. But I did it with, let's see, I did it with a couple of different, let's see, that was one, and then I did it with Claude and came up with some others. And then I did it with Grok and came up with others. So I'm going to try to do something with that information to share with you. So I'm going to say don't save that. And then let's see what else I got here. Uh, that must be already open. So let's see. New text. I think it was this. All right, now we've got this. And that was Cliff. Did Cliff get in yet? No. All right. Well, Cliff talked about several different things, and then I took everything he said and I put it into Gemini and and had it do a summary. So anytime you get a big article, uh, use one of the summarizers, whether it be the actual program or or one of the summarizers. But it's a time saving, and it even the video summarizers. Take a look at them and see if it's you want to spend the time to watch a 20-minute video. You can get a 3-minute summary, read it, and then decide for yourself. Carl, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I don't know how it happens, but I have my brother lives in California and we exchange emails. And I sent him some emails on some car things he's working on. And I looked at my email, it gave a summary at the top of the email what the article was about. I
Mm.
didn't request it, it just showed up.
Oh, he may have put it there.
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's not computer savvy at all.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
I think even I've seen that in uh an AI on Zoom too. I think Zoom does that too.
well, Zoom will give you an AI. If you look up something with Google now, you get an AI summary at the top before you
Yeah,
do
that's what I've
anything.
seen. Maybe I've
Yeah.
seen it there. Maybe that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But I've seen it in
Okay.
email too.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of emails now are 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 using AI for you to summarize it, to correct it. It'll say right in it, do you want to rewrite this and have us check and that sort of thing. And it's not a bad idea to do it sometimes. It'll make it. Uh, Sometimes I saw a video the other day where the person said every email that she writes, she copies it, puts it into AI, and says make it sound like a professional wrote it. And it will come back tremendously better and better sounding. And then she replaces what she was going to send out with it. So there's just so many different ways you can use these things. Um, let's
Well,
see.
my son is a very poor speller, and I'm a horrible typist when I'm doing. I don't use voice too much on chat, but he types. I don't think he uses his voice. His chats are coming back perfect. So I don't. He's not into AI. He's into IT, but he's not into AI. And I keep looking at him, and I called back. I said, I hadn't seen a single error in those last two chats you sent. He says, "Oh yeah." So I don't
Okay.
maybe.
Dave Amon said, "Can you show us a summarizer that you prefer to use?" That's not what I'm summarizing. Uh, let's go ahead and share my screen again. Uh, and okay. All right. So let's see. This is Excel, I believe. We'll close that, and we're going to minimize this. We've got this open. All right. So one of the summarizers I mentioned is the uh, is KAGI.com, and they have a summarizer. And I leave this open all the time so I can just pop it. You just pop in the link, and it will summarize it right away. You've got several modes. You can let's see if I can resize this and get it. So if I do this, and let's see, Control 4, I believe it is, and make it so you can see it. It went away, but there we go. So you can do a summary, write classic rewrite with 5 adjustable length options: headline, overview, digest, or medium. And there's something else here, or long. So you can do several things with this one. And then you've got the default, and you can change the language into any language you want as well. So that's, and I believe that's free. Let's see, I got to control 4 again, I think gets that back. Yep. I'm using Zoom It that we talked about Monday at Tech for Senior that Drew did a video on. And so that's one. Another one that I like is, and this might be the one that Judy was talking about, it's notegpt.io. And you just type in try for free. And YouTube video summarizer. And was that a video that I was looking at? No. So let's see if we can find that video. Let's find any video. And um, let's see. I'm just trying to think where I've got one here. I got so many things open, it's difficult to find. Where's the one? Oh, the one I sent out. Okay, there we go. I'll take that one. We'll see. And we'll drop that in here and generate a summary. Gave me a summary timed wise here, a transcript. It gives me a summary over here. Judy, is this the one you were talking about?
It was the KAGI one.
Okay. Okay, but this is another one. And then if I want a chapter, well, sometimes I have reached my limit.
Yeah.
But if I click that, it will give me the times and for each chapter of it. And it gets it from here because you'll see it starts out at 007, but it summarizes that into chapters. So I've got some other ways to do it when I run out of free with this, but it will give you summarize everything. And then what I do, because this is so long, I will then take this, copy it, and then drop it into any of the other AIs. And we'll just take this and go with Control C, and then we'll go to Gemini.
Welcome to APCUG's Wednesday workshops, where we get together in the middle of the week and we talk.
Where is that? Is that coming from me?
This is the
No,
third
that coming
Wednesday
from
of
me.
the month, and that's traditionally our
Okay.
Thanks Day. As you can see,
Can you mute yourself?
don't fear.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you. So you can figure out what started it. All right. So anyway, I put in the I went to Gemini, and then I'm going to say summarize in one paragraph for a YouTube description. And then I just tell it to do it. And so it's going to take that big long thing. And oh, I didn't put it in there. So let's see here. There we go. So I put the whole thing in there now. And it gave me a 1 paragraph description of that video. Then I can copy that and put it into my description. So there's a couple of different ways. It depends on what you want to do. Now I've been playing with something. Let's see. Do I have it even? I rebooted, so it may not be here. So let me come up to my plugins, and it's called PromptGoat. Now there's a cost for it. You get, I think, 10 tries. But I think, let's see if I can make this bigger. Control 4. And what it will do is you can tell what kind of prompt you want, and as you type, it will actually. So if I type in something like uh, whoops, let me get back to regular here. So I will say, give me 5 pointers. And you'll see while I'm typing, it's adding to and giving you a suggestion for a prompt. If I tell it to use it, then I'll have 6 remaining. So I'm not going to do that, but you can see that give me 5 key takeaways from the AI presentation summary, bullet points that would work well in YouTube description as pinned comments. So I could actually put that uh, uh, tell it, if I say use this prompt, it will then put it in here and then run that prompt. So, and it PromptGoat, and let's see if I can sign in with Google. No, history. What I want to do is settings. Let's see if we can subscription, sign into your subscription status. No, okay, enable history. I'm looking for the pricing on it. It's not bad. But PromptGoat. Okay, we'll just do a search for it. Uh, no, that's not it. Because I'm looking for its logo and I don't see it. I remember I had this problem the other day. Prompt, let's make it 2 words. Extension. I think this is it here. Yep. And it should give us the link to it. Sometimes you got to go write a review. Maybe they don't have a page, but there is remove from Chrome. Well, extension tools. I'm not
What are you
seeing
looking for?
the pricing of it.
Oh, you probably have to go to their main website,
Yeah,
promptgoat.io or whatever it is.
yeah. So, or you go to Gemini. We're going to tell it a new prompt, and
Uh,
it's a prompt goat. Yeah.
uh, and free promise.
Let's go ahead and close. There's a free plan. You get 10 free prompts, and I'm down to 7 now. $10 a month. So if you really need somebody to really hone in and give you really good prompts, it might not be a bad idea for the $10 a month to do it. And then it's got some key features. There's no copy
Um,
pasting. All you do is you click it and it automatically will put it in. And there's some distinctions about it and so on. So would you like me to find the installation? I've already got it installed. So, okay. Steve, you got your hand up.
Yeah, the Kaji and that Note GPT that you mentioned that summarize videos, will it
Hmm.
work on MKV files in a folder full of episodes from a series?
I have no idea. I believe it only does YouTube. The KG, I think, will do it. I'm not sure. Uh, the Note GPT, I believe, summarizes videos. There may be some other things it does. I'm not sure.
Is there
And
any restrictions on the file formats?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's worked for with the things that I needed, and and that's it. Okay. Any other comments, questions?
I've got a quick question. I'm looking at the screen and there's 16 windows open, but when I go down to chat, it said there's only 11 people logged in.
There's 33 people on.
There's 33 of us.
Oh, mine chat shows 11. Oh, no, you're right. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
That's
I was looking at
messages.
chat comments, not participants.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I see Clark's on. Did Cliff ever make it? Doesn't look like it.
Huey,
Yes.
going back to Chris Taylor's presentation on AI, I put a link to it. He did the presentation for the TCPC group in Minnesota beginning of the month, and Chris had me record it. They had me record it, and it's on. I put a link in the chat.
Okay, great. And Alva said when I hit the control 4, you don't see the zoom working, the zoom it. Did you know that, Drew? Uh, when
This
I
i-
share that,
this is the first meeting that I'm attending where the presenter has attempted to actually use it. So this is my first experience with it real time. And the answer, I concur, I think. When you press Control 4 on your screen while you were sharing, Zoom did not perpetuate that out to us.
that's interesting. All
Um,
right.
so you saw your screen zoom in, but we did not.
Yep. Okay, well, that's good for us to know, you and I to know, Drew, because you did a video on it, and I'm trying
Yes,
to use it.
I have to retract that portion of it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you try these things and why we play with them, and then why we share them with everybody, because now you know that Zoom it doesn't work, at least this way. We'll have to see if there's a way to do it.
It-
So we'll have to do
Well,
some research on
it
that.
works for the participants.
Yeah.
If you're a participant, I can zoom your screen in very nicely. It just doesn't work for the presenter.
Yep. Which is why I would want to use it.
Right.
So we'll have to see
Well,
if
what
there's
I might do actually is I might open up a support ticket with Zoom and just ask them and say, look, this is what I'm using. It's from Microsoft, and your software is not doing it, the way we think it should. And
Okay.
see what they say.
Please do.
I just tried that on either one of my screens. If I on the participant screen using Control 4, it zoomed in. If I on the presenter screen using Control 4, it zoomed in on Huey. It worked on both screens.
Yes.
Depending on which
And it
screen you
worked.
select.
But it's only that screen. The Zoom doesn't pick it up.
Yeah.
And we're using Zoom It, which is a Power Toy or Systernals from Microsoft. And so that's what we're attempting to try to do, to zoom in on some of these things. So that doesn't work. So I think there is some other Zoom programs out there. We'll have to play with them and come up with something. I know I've been using the reader of the browsers, and that has Zoom in it, and that seems to work. But it's not as cool and as instant as the Zoom it is. Tony, go ahead.
A friend of mine just a couple of days ago introduced me to a new music generation AI called SUNO.com. I'll put the website in the chat here shortly. It can generate full length songs for you based on a prompt. And it's pretty amazing. You can have it do any sort of genre or any sort of combination of genres. You can suggest lyrics to it, or it can write its own lyrics. I've had it create songs that are as many as 5 minutes long, just by playing around with it, and you get what seems to be a really generous helping of credits. I think the first day I used it, I probably generated 15 songs, and it never charged me a penny. It's a lot better than, I think it's called Lyria from Google Gemini.
Yes, I was just
which
going to mention that just came out too.
Yeah, that just does like 30 seconds long. This one will do it for pretty much as long as you want. I'm really impressed with it. You know, you can do progressive rock, you can do Americana, you can do jazz blues, you can pick just about any sort of genre that you might be interested in.
And it's
I've
SUNO.
Yep.
Dot-
It's been around for a while because I've been
yeah,
using it
yeah.
for
That's
about
what
a year.
I want to show it to
Yeah.
you. Am I sharing my screen? Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay. SUNO AI.
Yeah, Chris
And-
Taylor also did a presentation on it too.
Yep.
Let me full screen this and go ahead and sign in. Sign up, sign in. How does it want me to do this? I was hoping it would have. Let me go ahead and stop the share and sign in just to make sure. Let's see, I got to bring it back up here.
Yeah, I'm creating a presentation for my senior center for next week, and my opening for the presentation is using a song from them. And I hope they enjoy it.
I think I used Google to sign in. Let's do that.
You know where that would be cool. You know, you get for your birthday year, you get a card, what was popular and the price of things at that year. You could then create songs of the genre of that year and give it as a birthday card or whatever.
Yep. Like I said, it's been around for a while.
This sign in is more than I wanted. And of course, I'm old, so I got to scroll down to, it wants my birth year. Of course, I don't give them my real one, but I hope it picks up policy update. Yeah, okay. So let me share my screen now. And where's Zoom go? It's here.
Sure, don't do that again.
Okay, so
When
I'm
you
sharing
wipe
my
your face, your glasses float all over the place.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you can see I've done several here when I've done for various user groups. So here's the Cajun clickers. Let's go ahead and do this. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Down in Baton Rouge, where the bayou winds blow, there's a group of folks you ought to know. Since 1989, they've lit the spark, teaching tech by heart, leaving a mark. We're the Cajun Clickers, proud and true.
Okay, that was for one group. Let's see. This was country rock, pop rock. Let's try this one.
They're more than another duration. We're a community wired together in Yavapai County. Let's boot up. From there to Prescott, we cover the ground. Dewey, Humboldt, Chino folks all around. Prescott Valley's in and Paulden too. Very strong voices, we welcome you. We gather on Zoom once a month or more. General musics we explore. With PCs and software, both old and new, this club's got wisdom to share with you. We're wired in Yavapai, learning every day.
That was one. That was another user group, and as you can see, I've done several for several different user groups. So I've had fun with that. Yeah, it's been around a while. It is really good, and it's got a huge selection of the type of music that you want, and you can have it create the lyrics, or what I've done in the past is I've done it in one of the AIs and said, write me a poem or lyrics for a song. And I usually say lyrics for a song because it'll give me the chorus and so on. And then I drop it into Suno. And it really does, like you say, it does a fantastic job. Um, any other comment? Anybody else played with that?
Yes, I've had fun.
That was really impressive, Huey, those songs that you just played. I can't wait to try it. And Tony's kind of our guru DJ. He loves music of all kinds. And yeah.
The funny thing is the first song you played sounded almost like the one that I did for my senior center.
Huh.
At least the song and the music lyrical sound almost the same.
But I've done it in my presentations to different groups, and I always localize it to that group.
Yep.
So I'll go to their webpage and pull some information about them, and then say make a song using that, and then drop it into Suno and have it create the music. And then I give it to the group so that if they want to put it on their website or something, they can.
So Huey, do you say this Suno site, you just have to put or drop, they make the song when you put the words in there?
Right. You choose the type of music that you want, and you can either have them write the words. You have to give it a description of what you want, or you can just use any of the AIs, the ChatGPT or whatever one is your favorite, and tell it to write a song with this information in it, and it will write the words, and then you drop that into Suno, and it'll put it to the music type that you choose. And you can try 3 or 4 different ones and figure out the best one.
Oh, so
wow.
it's a two-step process. You use like Gemini to create the words or lyrics, and then you put it into Sono for composition or music.
Well, you don't have to. You can have Suno do make up the lyrics as well. But I have found that I've been happier by doing it as in a 2-step than just in the one program.
Well, I was impressed with that one. What you call it, Cajun Click. The bass on
Cajun
there was
clickers.
clicker.
Yep.
The bass on that was awesome. I mean, how does it know to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
wanted to
it's
get up and dance just listening to it.
yeah, I got
Yeah,
yeah, the quality of the music that comes out of it, and you have hundreds, if not more than tens of hundreds of choices on the types of music, and you can combine them. And you can have it sound like classical music, you can have it sound like folk music, you can have it sound like rock, you can have it sound like country, and any combination thereof, and any type of music that's out there, jazz, and it has a wheel and it just goes around, and you can pick and choose and then test it first and see what their example is and see if, oh yeah, I like that. Let me put my words to that music, and it'll do it.
Can you tell it to sound like an artist?
yeah, yeah.
Can you visualize those studios with those huge mammoth boards with 100 knobs on them, and they're adjusting all the sounds and reverbs and all that? And you come in with your smartphone and you say, "Oh, let me try that," and
Yeah.
it does a better job than that huge studio equipment. That's blown me away.
Yeah, to go
Or
back-
like if you look at the background of Tony there,
Yeah.
you're in a record store and you can pick and choose what type of music you like, and there you go.
To go back to the two-step process, you can type in your own lyrics or make up your own lyrics, or you can have Gemini or one of the other AIs create your lyrics for you. But either way, you know, this, as long as you put the text file into SUNO, it will create the song for you.
Yep. Elva, you have your hand up.
Is there a way to display the lyrics as it's being sung?
Yes.
Sometimes it's kind of hard to understand the lyrics, you know, the words.
I try it again with even using the same type of music, and it will do it in a different way. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes you don't understand it, sometimes you do. That's like regular music.
Okay.
Sometimes you understand it, sometimes you don't.
Right.
Elva, that happens to me for any song written after 1960. I can never understand the lyrics.
And if you remember, our parents used to say the same thing about the music we liked.
The funny thing,
Rap music is especially hard to understand, I think. I guess there's an option to create a rap song.
is that really music?
Yeah. Well, how many of you out there are music streamers? Because if you have a subscription, even if you use the free version of Spotify, for example, when you're playing a song, you can have it display the lyrics to any song that it's playing.
But the funny thing is for most of us here again are up in age, and here we can sit in our car or whatever, and we can listen to music and sing along with it, song from the back in the late 50s, early 60s, but we can't remember what we had for breakfast.
Or our phone numbers.
Yeah.
I challenge JJ. I don't agree. I have cereal every day. It's not hard to remember.
Okay, let's see what else.
So do you have a link for this SUNO URL web?
Just type it in.
Just type in SUNO.
Yes, yeah, Tony put it in the chat. It's suno.com.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
SUNO. Very simple.
And you just type it in and then copy and paste or drop the words from the other.
Yeah, or tell it to create them, and you've got to give it information for it to put it together. And what I did with the different user groups is I just went to their webpage and I picked up one of them. It said since 1989. Well, I said, or the website said that they were organized in 1989. So I just put that in the information, and then some of the other information that was on their website, and then just dropped that in and said, write a song about it.
So it's suno.com, not suno.ai?
No, .com. Just go into it and have fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'll soak up your morning and your afternoon.
Yeah.
And probably some of your evening.
You gotta have some fun sometime.
Before we end the meeting, Huey.
Sure.
Can I just do a very quick share screen and test out Zoom it? Because I did an entire hour presentation on Thursday from my computer, the way that it's configured. And the audience didn't say they couldn't see my screen not Zoom. They all.
You have your co-host, so you can go ahead.
It's a specific setting that I think I have turned on that you may not. All right. So can everybody see File Explorer?
Yep.
Yep.
So now if I press Control 4. Are you seeing that zoom in?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
We'll have to work on that.
Yes, I wish everybody that made a presentation did that.
Yeah, you can actually use Zoom it on Zoom if you have Zoom set correctly.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out. Thanks.
Yep.
Well, what did you set? Don't
we
keep
don't
this
know.
in
We'll have to figure that out.
Well, I went into Chat GPT and I asked it, and I went in and verified my settings, and my settings matched. You have to turn off hardware acceleration in Zoom, and there's a few things you have to disable in Zoom settings.
Again, you asked AI and it gave you some possibilities and you tried them and it worked.
Mhm.
And I
Yes.
didn't do that because I didn't know I had that issue.
Well, I'll tell you something. You have to be careful what you're turning off because I just went to the Stug shop because what I turned something off wrong on Bitly something, locked up my laptop. That's why I was late, and it locked it up. And Mike there could not fix it, and he told me that it locked up my hard drive, and I couldn't get into anything. The screens were black. So you have to be careful. He says I probably clicked and opened this Bitly thing, and Bitly locked up my hard drive. So I had to go to a computer shop, and the guy was so nice. And he just turned it on, and it took a while to come back on. And then he bring up Bitly, and I don't know what he did. I had to ask him what he did, but he either install or have Bitly or remove Bitly from my laptop because that came in when I was doing something with the privacy. When I went on Chat GPT and I did something there.
Yeah, ChatGPT doesn't always give you the best answers or any of the chat bots. You've got to be careful. A lot of times it's got older ways to give you data and it may not be the most recent version and so on. Kathy, you had your hand up.
I just have a question. I think a long time ago, I can access SUNO from Copilot. So right now you have to log in from different way. Can you still using Copilot plugin to access SUNO?
Copilot is an AI program and no. Oh gosh.
I saw a long time ago, there's a plugin in Copilot. SUNO is one of the
Yes, it was. It
plugin.
used to be.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was first aware of SUNO was in Copilot when I was playing with Copilot.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it may be part of it. I've never done that. I go to one and I go to the other. Okay, any other comments or questions? We got a couple of minutes left. Judy, did you learn anything new today?
The only thing that I did that was interesting, other than the one I talked about, is I went to a Count Basie concert last night in Thousand Oaks, and the music was older than I am, and it was interesting that so much of it I had no clue what they were playing, and I'm up on the old Glenn Miller and things like that in the real world, and I'm going to have to play around with some of the stuff that they were playing to see, the year that it came from, but it was just a step older than I am. And it was interesting what you is ingrained that you heard in the background when you were growing up.
I'm 80 years old and I went to see Count Basie in personal concert at University of Texas, El Paso one time. He's long dead now, right? So this
Yep.
is a
Oh,
cover
yeah.
band or
His music apparently has been around for 91 years, which is a little older than I am. And it was very interesting because the people in the cover band have been with it for 45 years or 30 years and everything. And they had a sax player that was to die for.
Okay, let's
Hewitt, what is the most popular chat places AI right now?
it's what you want. There's all different kinds and they're all different. Let me show you something here. Let's see, I brought it up. Let's do it here. Full screen it. And I can make that bigger. This is from a newsletter from today, February 27th. It's from my favorite guy, Mark Wolfe, Wolfe. And Google Gemini can now order dinner for you. And let's see what else. How it works. This week, Google crossed a new frontier from chatbots into agents. Gemini is now rolling out task automation on Pixel 10 and Samsung Galaxy S26 devices, letting the AI independently navigate apps like Uber and DoorDash to complete tasks on your behalf. And how it works, Gemini uses a computer vision to see app interfaces the way humans do, recognizing buttons, form fields, and navigation patterns without needing custom API integrations. When it finishes, you get a notification. And so that's from his newsletter. Anthropic is having some discussions with the Pentagon, and there's some background to that in this newsletter. And let's see, amazing future tools for productivity, find, clip, and cut the chaos. Search video like never before. Via WideFrame. WideFrame is an AI video workflow tool that indexes massive footage libraries using transcripts and semantic search. And I don't believe it's cheap. I think it's more for corporations. And then let's see, what should we build today? What else is in here? Everything else. Google unveiled Nano Banana 2, a next generation image generator offering pro level features with significantly faster generation speeds. More details in his video, and he's got a video that came out today. OpenAI has raised $110 billion in investments from Amazon, Nvidia, and SoftBank. Unbelievable. Apple released Xcode 26.3, introducing autonomous coding agents that can analyze projects and make edits directly within development environments. Burger King launched Patty AI, a headset assistant designed to monitor and improve staff politeness in real time. Let's see. Google updated Circle to search to allow users, if you would, mute yourself, to allow users to explore multiple objects within a single image at once. And then this week's videos to watch, Nano Banana 2 just dropped again, and so on. So just take a look for Matt Wolf in YouTube and find his latest one. Anybody else, anything they want to add before we call it a day? Alva, your hand is up.
Yeah, I came across something called Widevine earlier this week, and I had to look. It's a digital rights content protector. I guess it's nothing that I need to be aware of, but I guess like Disney and people that need to protect their IP, they use Widevine. Have you heard of that?
I saw something about it, but I did not read about it. No. There's a lot of issues. A lot of people who are doing Zoom meetings and then putting them on YouTube. You've got to be very careful that any of the music you put on or any video you show of somebody else's, if there's music in the background. I got a comment from Google. They didn't like it when I was at a wedding and I took a picture of the couple doing their first dance. Well, the music in the background is copywritten, and I got dinged for it. So you got to be careful, and that's why a lot of the guys that I follow doing AI, they turn any video audio off so nothing gets through by mistake. Because sometimes there's something in the background you don't even recognize and don't even see. Judy, you had your hand up.
And what you said, is it still that if you get dinged 3 times, it's goodbye to you on YouTube?
That's correct.
And all your stuff is gone. If you don't have it backed up on your own computer, it's SOL.
Yeah, but when I got dinged, it was I'm not monetized, so that's one thing in my favor. And I was able to either delete it or correct it. And I cut it out of the video, and I was fine.
That's what
But
happened to one of the APC-UG things. You know, it really wasn't needed when you looked at it. It was had to do with Sony. And so I just went in and posted it back up again, and YouTube was a happy camper, and it didn't make any difference to the presentation one way or the other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you
Brenda,
have-
a final question.
Yeah, you're gonna have this recording up on your website when?
When I get it downloaded and edited and put back up. So
Okay.
anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks, but I'll try to get it up. And it
Okay.
goes up on this particular one goes to the Stug website.
Oh, got it. Okay, thanks.
To the Stug YouTube channel. Okay, with that, this has been Let's Talk AI from the Sarasota Technology User Group, or STUG. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next month, the fourth Friday of the month. Thanks, everybody.